Hi, welcome back to Show and Sell. My name is Scott. On today's video, we're going to be taking a look at items that I picked up over 2 weekends. Last weekend, I didn't do a video. I had other things going on, and this weekend, it's actually only Thursday now, but because I picked up a few items at a yard sale today, I'm going to go ahead and mention them. I'm just going to assume I will pick up items over the next couple of days, and I will put all of the items from the 2 weekends in this single video. But let me throw up a picture here, and as you can see, one of the items that I picked up was a thermos. It's actually a food jar, insulated food jar. I've sold those in the past. I paid 50 cents for this. It should sell for about $10. And the two Rick and Morty, interlocking piece. It's a version of a Lego, except for it's not. I picked those up for $2 each. They should sell for $20 to $25 each. And the last item that I picked up, I'm trying to do this from memory because I don't have the picture. The bicycle seat. I picked that up at a yard sale that I actually went to last year. And at that yard sale, wind was blowing all over, and I bought a handful of things, and they've all sold. Went back and picked up the bicycle seat for $4. I think I have it listed currently for $40, and if it doesn't sell at that, I'll back it down to about $30, and somewhere in that range it'll probably sell. It seems like that's what the price history indicated on Terapeak. And on this side, let me throw up a picture here. The items that I picked up today included 4 candles, 4 large candles, which I actually purchased as a gift for the wax. Beeswax, if you're not familiar, is kind of expensive, and the person likes to make their own candles. So a cheap way of getting around the cost of beeswax is to buy candles at yard sales, because they typically cost next to nothing, and they can just remelt the wax, and Bob's your uncle. What I picked up for myself today, however, were the 2 TV trays, which I was happy to see that they were priced at $1 each, and I think that they should sell between $20 and $25 each. So $2 into $40 to $50, I believe. But that's all I have at this time. And I did go to, while I went to a number of sales last week, those were the only items that I purchased at yard sales. I was heading to another yard sale when I and this same thing happened to me at the end of last year. I ran across a sign, auction today, with an arrow, and stopped. What time does the auction start? Did not know the company. Asked, do you have a mailing list? Well, we're on Facebook. That works if you know, if you're already following them, but I didn't quite understand the rationale between, do you have a mailing list, or do you have a website, or no, we're on Facebook. Again, it only works if you know about the, anyway, I quickly ran home, took care of some business, and went back for the start of the auction, and found a number of items. That was a really surprising, a very happy surprise on a weekend of what I thought was going to just be a yard sale weekend. So to stumble upon an auction in progress, and more so because I found out their Facebook page, and they mentioned that they have auctions. They have several auctions coming up over the next couple of months. So I think they said the next one is on the 13th. So basically next week, another auction. So, and going to auctions is fun because you can, while yard sales are nice and the prices tend to be cheaper, it is a lot easier when all of the items are in one place and you can just, you know, see what there is, decide what you want to spend, and bid in the moment. And sometimes you can get a much better deal. I have found typically that it tends to be a faster, better deal on the whole at yard sales, but I enjoy the experience of the in-person auctions, you know, kind of estate sale, not estate sales, but at an estate where they are holding an auction. I find that to be a much more enjoyable experience than just going to a yard sale, driving for 5 to 15 minutes, and then going to another yard sale and just never knowing what you're going to find. But, you know, to each his own. I went to several yard sales on Friday, and these are the items that I picked up. I'm all in with these items, $12.50. Starting on the top, it was 4 Jello trays, Jello molds, that is. A couple of Minions and a couple dinosaurs. They'll probably sell for about $20. They were, it was 50 cents for all 4 trays. In the center, we have 2 Xbox 360 games. I actually probably just overpaid on these. There's no way around that. I paid $3 each. And I think the Ultimate Alliance sells for about 6. The Game of Thrones, I think, sells for about 14. The bendable, on the left there, the bendable 1966 Batman figures. That is, they're made to look like the old television show. Those sell, I think, for about probably about $18 I should be able to get for these. They came in a set, and it's missing the penguin, but it's not going to make, you know, any difference. They should be easy to sell. On the bottom left, we have a heat and scan or heat scan Batman action figure. He's probably worth about $6. And for all those action figures, I just paid a quarter each, so nothing crazy. And the 3 hats, I paid $5 for all 3 hats. They're in good shape. I won't have to do any cleaning, just list them. And I expect to get between $9 and $12 probably for each hat. But again, all in for everything you see, $12.50. As I said before, did not know the auction was occurring, and as I was driving from one yard sale to another, happened upon it, and it was going to take place within the hour. So that became my afternoon. I did pick up a number of items. For the day, I spent about $151, $152 right in there. I spent about $100, I think, $140 plus at the auction itself. And I'll do my best to remember the exact comps, but remember, at auctions you tend to pay, there's usually, say as a buyer, you buy something for $10, you're going to pay tax, and you're also going to pay a buyer's premium of roughly 10%. One of the items that I picked up, I'll throw up a picture here. I was really excited to see it because it was the first one that I've seen in the last year in the wild, an Atari 2600 with games. I paid $30 for that Atari, and I did make an investment for $2 roughly. I ordered a little piece so that I could skip the RF switcher on the old televisions in the 70s and the early 80s. You would have to switch between television and game or television and computer to you would screw the switcher into the back of your television. You actually had to use a screwdriver. And so I ordered the little piece that just plugs into the cable. And when it came, I tested it, and the Atari actually worked, as did the 4 games, with one minor exception, and that's that the Frogger game, which did indeed, the image would come up, but I couldn't get it to respond. I'm assuming that there was some There's something wrong with the cartridge. I could actually see the start of the game. I could see the logs and things scrolling by, but I couldn't get the frog to engage, to hop, or do whatever. But I actually played the other games. One was Pac-Man, one was Donkey Kong, and one was Qbert, and they all worked. So I'm going to list that for, I think, about $120. I also spent approximately $11 before taxes and buyer's premium on 5 books. And I actually, 4 of them were afterthoughts. The book that I was most interested in, I was the first one to bid on any of the books. When they brought the price down to, I think I paid $3. I could pick any book at that point. People don't like to buy books at auctions. They had a copy of Bell's Best 2, and that is the Bell's Best cookbook series are they sell really well when you can get them. They sell between, have for me, depending on condition of the book, between $35 and $50+ each time I've run across one of the books, and I've sold them multiple times. So when I saw that the Bell's Best, I knew I wanted to get it if I could get it for anything less than $5. And once I had that, I knew in my head, oh, now I can pick up 2 or 3 other books and still make a profit and possibly find something else to make some money on. I picked up I believe it was Delicious Heritage, if I'm remembering that correctly. That's about a $14 book, I think. And Recipes of Old Saint Genevieve. It was a reprint from 71 or 72, I think. But it should sell for about $10. The Women's Circle Cookbook is from 1971. Doesn't sell as well. I think I have it listed for, I don't know, $9, something like that. And I'm sure I'm forgetting one. There was one other cookbook that I actually, I picked it up in spur of the moment, and come to find out the cover was missing. It's a local cookbook, and it's of the style where ladies of a church or a social junior league or what have you, that all the women would submit a number of recipes. They take the recipes and they compile a cookbook, and out to the side of every recipe it gives the name of the woman who submitted the recipe. So it's a local cookbook for my area, and it's vintage. It's just missing the first 4 or 5 pages that has the cover and the title and the year of publication. But the book is clearly well used, so I'm assuming the recipes are good. And I think I listed it for about $10 and just put Southern Cooking. I'm going to cut here and show some toys that I picked up. At the auction, I bid and won. For $15, I got a box of what looked to be figures and accessories from the late 70s, possibly early 80s. There were actually 2 boxes, not the 2 boxes that you see here, but 2 much larger boxes. And they gave both to me for the $15. It turned out to be a bunch of dollhouse furniture, and some Little People, Fisher-Price Little People, and Little People accessories. And I've done a bit of sorting, as you can see. For the $15, I think I'm going to be able to turn it into about $150. Hopefully this won't get too confusing, because I'm jumping back and forth between yard sales over the course of 2 weekends and an auction that occurred on the first weekend. But I'm shooting this section of the video on Tuesday, and 3 days ago, on Saturday, I purchased a number of items. I'll throw the picture up here, just a few. But at the first stop, I picked up 3 caps, which I paid $1.50 for. The Ole Miss cap, I have it listed for, I think, $20 currently. The green polo cap is similar to one that I previously had, and it is still listed in one of my stores for about $16. Last year I purchased at one yard sale a number of those polo caps in different colors, and they've all been selling well over the last year. I think I sold one for $25 and then 22 and 20, and you get the picture. The green cap, I have the green cap that is similar to the one that you just saw. I currently have listed for $16 or $17. When it sells, I'll ship it off. I'll take photos of the new cap and list it, and whatever it's sold, that'll be the new set price. So maybe if I'm lucky, it'll be 17, and if not, I'll just drop the price slowly over the coming months. The Patagonia hat, the gray Patagonia hat, I think I have it currently listed for about 20. Since I had visited yard sales the day before, I took the afternoon off and was going to visit a relative, and on the way stopped at a yard sale or two, picked up the red Champion collared, I guess, golf shirt. It was in great condition, only paid $1 for it, and currently I think it's listed for $21, $22. The black Ole Miss cap, I paid $2 for, and I think I have it listed currently for about 15. So, oh, and the knife, it's an odd knife in that apparently I could not find any knives that were of that style, except, rather, all of the knives that I found of that style were all branded by companies. So either they were produced and given to employees, or maybe when you bought something or went for service for something, different companies would give that particular knife. And no one seems to know what it is. Sometimes it was described as a strainer or a bottle opener or for charcuterie, or someone said it was for fish. No idea, but at the yard sale that I picked it up, they were actually closing. So when I asked how much it was, they said, just take it. It was free. So I'm assuming it'll probably sell like most knives or kitchen utensils, you know, $8, $9, $10, something like that. But free, what are you going to do? But let's circle back to the previous weekend, the first weekend, the auction. Purchased at the same auction, this 3-speed oscillating Galaxy fan was purchased for $5. I have it currently listed for $80. And if it doesn't sell at that price, I'll slowly lower it until it does. The fan has been tested. It does work. I also purchased this brass stand. When I purchased it, it had a large candle on it. The candle was a gift to the same person that received the previous candles, and the stand should sell between $10 and $20. The candlestick and candle were purchased for $2. Do me a favor. If you've watched this far into the video and you saw something you liked, hit like. But if you didn't like this video, also important, possibly more important, also hit like. I think it's mandatory. It's in the official rules. Just go down to the comments and tell me why. The last 2 items that I picked up at the auction, I'll throw up some images here. This penguin ice bucket. I kept thinking in my head for ice chest. No, it's an ice bucket. You would see on a serving tray or maybe up on a bar. Just a really nice little piece. I think I paid $5 for it, and it should sell for about $20. And I also picked up at that auction this Miro aluminum coffee pot. Now, I typically would not pick up a coffee pot. Coffee pots you can pick up new online, sometimes in stores, are $10, $12, $15. I mean, coffee pots are kind of everywhere. But it was aluminum. It had that nice dated look, and I have sold aluminum coffee pots before. Even the look on this one, it has the little glass windows at the top, so you can see when it's percolating. What an odd word. But 40 for I believe the coffee pot should make about 40, 20 for that, so 60 over the last two items. I think at max I'm in $10 or $15 for those two. It was a really fun auction. There's supposed to be another auction this weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you'll come back and see the results of that, and maybe some of the sales as I go along. I typically do shorts during the week if anything sells, and I'll throw up pictures and give you the how much I sold, where I got it and how much it sold for. But tune in. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll see you next time. My name is Scott. Bye.